Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Monday. Hashtag GER Mondays if you're joining the podcast today. If you're watching the replay, hashtag GER Mondays. Anyways, let me know that you guys watched. What is going on? So we have a lot to talk about today. Quite a bit of information, some news and stuff like that to really kind of go off of. But like the main subjects have been put into the title of the podcast. So we're going to be talking about a replacement for Google Photos Unlimited because we are coming up to that date. We're coming ever so close to that date where Google Photos high-resolution backups will no longer be available for non-Pixel devices, I guess you can say. More of like the only ones that will have it are the Pixel 5 and older. So if you get a Pixel 5a, if you get a Pixel 6, if you get a Pixel 7 in the next year, those won't have the unlimited high resolution. Again, one of the biggest things that Google kind of screwed the pooch on. So yeah, I am going to talk to you guys about being back with Google Fi. I am back on Google Fi service again. I know you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing that. Like, dude, you leave them, you come back, you leave them, you come back. Yeah, I know. But I'll explain that. It's personal reasons why I wanted to go back to Google Fi. And so I did take advantage of their 3-month promotion. I'll explain more about that. So while I wait a little bit for people to kind of join in, also for the members, so this is just strictly for the members only. I guess I'm late to the game to join Telegram, but I am on Telegram. So if you guys look into your timeline feed on on YouTube, sorry, then yeah, you'll see that there's a link. So if you're on Telegram and you want to chat with me outside of YouTube, that's a way to do it. I just, you know what, like I just don't have a feel for Discord. So I made like an official members chat group on Telegram. So for those people who are members, you definitely can join up. So we got Gilbert here. What's up, man? What's going on, dude? What's up? Yeah, that's gonna suck. I take a ton of pictures and download them along with full movies. Yeah, well, there's an alternative per se, but we'll get into that. Also, we're going to be talking about is another service from Google has been killed off. So the Killed by Google graveyard just got another headstone plotted. That is Google Shopping. For those who probably don't know what that is, yeah, I know Mill Hustles. I know you're going by your real name. But for those who don't know, literally, so this is so ridiculous. By the way, I guess I'll put it in chat too, because I do have another chat thread just for like, you know, those that are not channel members to just chat with me on Telegram. So I will put the link in the chat here. Copy it real quick. And I'll paste it in. And there, it should be there. I also shared it on Facebook, so there's a link to Telegram. But anyways, so we'll start off with Google Photos, and not Google Photos, but Google Shopping. So there's been an app that's pretty much similar to like what's that one, Instacart and such, and it's Google Shopping. You know, you can like pick out items and stuff like that, and a member from the Google Shopping team will go to these markets like Walmart and stuff like that and purchase your items and deliver it to you. But I guess not enough people were using it to, you know, per se, and yeah, so it went down. The service is closing out. You're not going to be able to use that service if that service you know, suits you during the time of this, you know, pandemic that we're going through. And yeah, just another one of Google services being killed off. I mean, I don't know, that's like Google's MO. So it goes to show that you could be a multi-billion-dollar company and everything that you produce isn't always gold. People aren't always going to bite. They're not always going to use it. Google would be that example for that. So let us all take a moment of silence to wish Google Shopping farewell. And we're back with the show now. because I don't think anyone really cares about Google Shopping. But I just figure for those people who do use it, I'm pretty sure that you guys are a bit frustrated that it's gone. What's up, Baby Yoda? The force is strong with you, good sir. Yeah, I'm having a good Monday so far. So yeah, hashtag Gur Mondays. I was watching Ted 2 the other day, and it's like, yeah, I remember that. He took a picture of what's his name, covered in that stuff, and he was just like, Gur Mondays. But anyways, let's get into the to the main thing of topic. Well, not the main thing, but one of the main things on today's podcast. We're talking about Google Photos Unlimited backup replacement. So Google dropping the ball on this and pretty much announcing to everybody that I think it was by June of this year, Google Photos will no longer do unlimited photo backups with the high resolution option. So we're not even talking full resolution. If you wanted your raw image, your full resolution of photos to be backed up to Google Photos, it counts against your cloud storage that you have with Google Drive or Google One. And yeah, a lot of people were already frustrated that they couldn't back up their full res photos. So what Google would do is it would downscale your photos in what it called high resolution backups, just to make people feel good about the photo being backed up. But most people weren't stupid and they knew that it was being scaled down. And but people were okay with it because it backed up their photos and their photos was fine for backup and everything like that. Coming June of this year, June 2021, that option now also goes away. So any high-res photo you back up counts against your cloud storage with Google One. So what's the point of doing high-resolution backups when you just might as well back up full resolution, But then again, like I tell people when they ask that question, it's like the high-res is still scaled down. So when you are backing up the photo, you are still using less of your storage to back it up. But still, the point is that was one of the main things that Google had going for them. What's up, Gene? Good morning, good sir. There's a link on for a members-only chat on Telegram. There's also a link just for those who are fans of the channel to chat with me outside of YouTube. I just posted the link up here for the regular one. That's not for members only, but there's a members only one. So when your YouTube feed, you should see that link because it only went out to members of the channel. Anyways, so appreciate it, Gene. Appreciate it. It doesn't work for you. The link to the members one. I'll probably send you a direct link on Twitter DM. Yeah, I kind of like Telegram. This Wednesday, I should have a guest on here with me. I already talked to Ray about it, and he'll join me on Wednesday. We'll talk about Telegram a little bit more and kind of show you guys a little bit about it. If you don't know what it is, most people should know what it is, but for some that don't, then yeah. But anyways, so that was one of Google's main things that pretty much made them stand out was the unlimited photo backup. And again, Google is a multi-billion-dollar company, so server space to host. You never use Telegram? Telegram is like to me, what I consider Telegram to be is like a good replacement for Google Hangouts. Chat messaging, video calling, all that kind of stuff, audio messaging. It's like an all-in-one messenger, and it's actually pretty good. I actually like it. To me, I would prefer using that than Discord. Discord just is like a little wonky for me and everything like that, so I'll just use Telegram. But I'll DM you the links if you want to join into them, and that way we'll get things active on those chat channels on Telegram. But anyways, so with Google Photos gone, people are looking for an alternative source to where they can have unlimited photo backups. And just not that long ago, I seen an advertisement on Instagram, and it's a funny place for them to put this ad, but Amazon Photos is giving unlimited photo backups. And again, this is Amazon, another multi-billion-dollar company. Obviously web hosting, services too as well. So Amazon has its fingers into a lot of things. And it didn't surprise me that Amazon would capitalize on what Google was about to drop and allow unlimited photo backups to go to Amazon. So if you download Amazon Photos app, you'll be able to back up all your photos, and it's an unlimited capacity according to Amazon. And so that is one spot where you can back up all your photos, because anyone that has a Pixel 5 and higher won't be affected by the loss of unlimited high-resolution backups on Google Photos. But that's the thing, that even if you were to buy the Pixel 5a and you have a Pixel 5, the photos you take from the Pixel 5a, if you have them backing up to Google Photos, it's not going to be counted as part of the unlimited. It's going to be counted against your cloud storage. Jane asks, are you talking about Google Photos or Google? Talking about Google Photos. Well, Google Photos and Google One, because going forward after June 2021, if you have an active subscription to Google One, then you'll have more storage capacity in cloud. If you have more storage capacity in cloud, any uploads going through Google Photos is going to count against that. Unless the photo is being backed up from an older Pixel device, so Pixel 5 or older, then those will still remain unlimited in high res. Yeah, I use Google One too, but what I'm saying is that with Google Photos change up of unlimited backup, it's like if you buy a Pixel 5a and you set it to backup, even if you set it to high resolution backup, it's not unlimited. So every photo that goes in backup is going to count against the amount of cloud storage you have on Google One. So if you're paying monthly for the 100 gigabyte plan, it's going to count against that. If you're paying for the 200 gigabyte, it's going to count against that. Only photos taken from the Pixel 5 and older. So, 4A, 4A 5G, 3A, 3A XL, 4, 4XL, 3, 3XL, 2, 2XL, 1, 1XL. Only those particular Pixel devices will maintain the unlimited resolution backups, high resolution backups. But everyone else after that, any photo, whether it's a high resolution backup or full resolution backup, it's going to count against the allotted amount of cloud storage you have through your Google One plan. Now, what if you don't have a Google One plan? Then it's going to count against your 15 free gigabytes that you have through Google Drive, which is not a lot. You can eat that up pretty fast. So Amazon, capitalizing where Google is dropping the ball, is giving unlimited photo storage backup through Amazon Photos app. That's kind of sad. I would really, really hope that Google would reconsider this. Really, really hope that Google would reconsider this, because that was one of the things that Google had going for it, was unlimited photo backup. I mean, I use Google Photos on my iPhones to back up photos on my iPhone, so I didn't have to pay for iCloud storage. And an interesting conversation that I had with a friend of mine, and they were like, "Do you think that Google and Apple came to this realization and this agreement that Google would stop offering unlimited photo backup because more people who were on iPhone would literally just not pay for iCloud storage, would just use Google Photos to back up?" And my response to that was, while that does make sense, Google, which develops the Google Photos app for iOS, could just simply block the unlimited backup on iOS, so it still gives Apple the ability to sell iCloud storage. They don't have to take it away from Android users. So you know what I mean? It's just here, there, and everywhere with them. So Amazon Photos is one replacement place that I found for you guys to back your photos up to, because that's just one thing that we do. Creatures of habit, you know what I mean? We go on a date and we want to take photos to have lasting memories of our date with our significant other. When we go on vacation, we want to take as much photos as we can of the places and the destinations and stuff that we saw. Photos has been something that we express ourselves through. And to have that unlimited capability taken away from us, for whatever reason Google says, it's detrimental to Android. It really is. I'm calling it as it is. It's detrimental to Android, because that was one of the main selling points. Like how on the iPhone, iMessage is a selling point for iOS users. Google Photos unlimited high-res backup was a selling point for Android. Now that's gone. Now I'm not saying that Android is a bad experience and that without Google Photos it's going to tank. No, I'm not saying that at all whatsoever. But it was part of a sweet deal if you were with Android. Besides, having an enriched, customizable experience on Android, you also had unlimited, photo backups for free. So with that being said, if I find more options that would help everybody out there, because some people are meticulous. Some people will probably be like, I don't want Amazon. I don't mess with Amazon. Then if I find any others, I will update everybody on that. But Amazon Photos seems to be the one right now that's trying to fill that void. I've raged because of Google products in some instance. I hate their CEO. Sundar Pichai, yeah, I don't. I feel like, you know what, like, because there's so many development teams, and they got so many lead people on the development teams. It just absolutely makes no sense. And just like I said, like I'm calling it right now, and I'm saying it again. Google Duo will eventually disappear because Google is more invested in Google Meets. But that's for another podcast episode that we'll talk about that subject. But you got all these leads in the development teams and stuff, and they're just out there, just spaced out. They're just, I don't know. They're not in touch with consumers. They're not in touch with people. They're just not in touch with people. They do all these different quirky moves, and it's just like, I mean, they killed off Google Shopping. So yeah, so other companies like Amazon and them are going to capitalize on that. Right now, one option to have unlimited photo backups is with Amazon Photos. So if you're already using Amazon Photos, then that's one thing. I do know that there's photo backups with AT&T. I forgot the limitation on how much cloud storage you have for like AT&T photo backup, but yeah, tech geniuses with no common sense. Yeah, I think, this is my personal opinion, but I think the reason why they're doing this is because there's not a lot of people buying into Google One. Hangouts and Stadia. What's wrong with Hangouts and Stadia? I like Stadia. I like using it. That's why I was streaming yesterday with the SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. That's what I was playing. I was playing it on Stadia. But anyways, yeah, it's I don't know. But anyways, my opinion is that not enough people are buying into the Google One subscription. They're not buying enough into it. And so I feel like that this is Google's way of trying to force people to buy into it. But no one has ever learned this lesson when it comes to, forcing people into a subscription-based service, that it always tends to flop. It always tends to flop, and it always tends to blow up in their face. Blaze 716, what's up, man? Maybe they will make it a Pixel exclusive. It is after June 2021, it will be a Pixel exclusive, but this is where it gets even more ridiculous. It'll be an exclusive to Google Pixels from the Pixel 5 and older. So the 5A, the 6, the 6XL, or the Pixel Fold, those won't have the unlimited high-res backup. So it's only for the Pixel 5 and older. That's crazy. And then I also looked into it to see if you can trick Google Photos by having like a Pixel 5 active to a network, registering that it's a Pixel 5 connected, to the Google account. And you can snap a photo from the Pixel 5A, but if you back that photo up through the 5A, it doesn't count to the unlimited high res. So as ridiculous as it sounds, you would have to send every photo from your Pixel 5A or your Pixel 6 to like a Pixel 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3A, 4A, 4A, 5G. You would have to send it to whatever old one you have and then back it up from there. So literally, I mean, even if you were to move on, you can use your older Pixels as an actual camera and take, like vacation photos and stuff like that, and just connect it to Wi-Fi and let it back up to your Google Photos. And, so, I mean, that's just like that. That's where it gets really crazy. Why does Google kill off cool stuff that everyone seems to like? Well, like I said, like my opinion pretty much I feel like is spot on, but I have to say it's my opinion because Google didn't come out and say, yes, that's absolutely the reason why we're doing it. But like I said, I feel like because not a lot of people are buying into Google One subscription, this would be a way to get people to do it. Because trust me, there's not a lot of people who have Android phones and said, okay, I'm gonna sign up for Google One to get the 100 cloud gigabyte storage, which is ridiculous because that 100 gigabyte cloud storage, what counts against it, besides photos and documents, is also your emails, which is ridiculous because your emails count as part of that storage. But then when you go to Gmail, there's not really like a single button to delete all emails, you know what I mean? And like the Gmail team says that they never implemented such a feature into Gmail because, if you click delete all email, it'll delete all your email. And then if there was a specific email that was important, you won't ever see it because you click delete all. But I think they should, to me, that just feels like that they're saying consumers are stupid and don't know what they're doing. Because I'm pretty sure if they made an option in Gmail where you can like choose to delete the first 50 emails, and then they had another option that said delete all emails in your inbox, I'm pretty sure someone is smart enough to figure that out and say, okay, if I wanted to clear out 9,000 emails that I have currently sitting in the cloud storage because I've never checked them, obviously means I want to delete them. So if I click delete all in inbox, delete them all. Because even when you click delete them all, it doesn't really delete yet. It goes into the trash. And of course, Gmail has a search option. So if you were... Well, I can't help you. I don't know your login. Xavier does. He's at school. Close my door. My son got logged out of his Roblox, and his older brother's the one that made his account. So his older brother knows his username and password, so he can't play. But anyways, yeah. So... I don't know. It's totally crazy. Even from desktop, there's not a delete all. Like it will allow you to delete like the first 50, and then once those are deleted, then you have to click delete, select all, which will be like 1 through 50, and delete, and you have to do that over and over again. But there's not actually like a way for you to go in Gmail and then select all emails and delete all. So if you had like 25,000 emails because you've left them sitting in your inbox, and I'm talking about like even open ones, you leave them in your inbox, you don't delete them, and you racked up like 25,000 emails. There's no way for you to like in one selection delete all 25,000. You have to go it by 50, I think by 50 or by 100, whatever you set the amount of emails that you see like on your first page, because there's like a page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. It's ridiculous. They don't offer that. And personally, I think that Gmail emails in your Gmail account shouldn't count against your 100 gigabyte cloud storage. Let's see. But Metro offers Google One with their $60 unlimited. But Gene, not everybody uses Metro. So someone who uses AT&T is not going to have a Google One membership. They're going to have to pay for it. And even on Metro, you're only getting the 100 gigabyte. There's some people who will opt in for the 2 terabyte plan or a 1 terabyte plan or 200 gig plan. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of people buying into it. There's people that's on Verizon that will use Verizon's cloud storage because it's offered to them as a service from Verizon before they would ever choose Google One. So Google looks at it as if they're not making enough money on this. And this is what they opted into to sort of kill off Google Drive. Then, they're going to try and find a way to get people to bite and sign up. One of the reasons why they were getting rid of they never got rid of it, but one of the reasons why they wanted to kill off Google Drive was because, and this is where Google knows that even such as like a deal with Metro, right? You get Metro on the $60 plan, you get active subscription to Google One through your plan, and Google knows that does more damage to their selling their products and services than it does help them. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Mel Hustles probably remembers this, but 5 years ago, LG had a deal with Google, and LG, when you bought an LG phone, whether it was a Stylo, K-Series, or whatever, you got 2 years of Google Drive, and I think it was 100 gigs, 100 gig storage of Google Drive. You got that for 2 years. So for 2 years, you didn't have to pay for that additional storage, right? If you got Google Drive and you activated Google Drive, you were given 15 gigabytes for free. If you wanted to extend it, you'd have to buy a higher tier. And if you bought an LG phone, they gave you the next level up higher tier, which was I think 100 gigs. You got that for 2 years just for buying an LG phone, and that hurt Google quite a bit. It hurt them quite a bit. All right, Gene, you can catch the rest of the replay later on, man. Enjoy your day at work and hashtag GER Mondays, because it is Monday, the beginning of the work week for a lot of people. Yeah, I remember that 100 gigabyte. Now I'm paying $3 for 200. LOL. I've used 190 gigs. Yeah, that's crazy. So another alternative is Amazon Photos. It's Amazon Photos, right? Switching tracks here. Yes, as the title implies, I've gone back to Google Fi. Personal reasons why. I know people can tell me it's great service. Other people can say it sucks or whatever, but I actually need Google Fi just for my own personal reason. Is that I need to be able to talk to my mom when she's in Thailand, and with Google Fi, I can call her for free. So that's the reason why I got it back. Plus, too, there's a 3-month promo with Google Fi that, since I need 2 lines for the next 3 lunch. I'm hungry, so I'm thinking of lunch now. My bad. For the next 3 months, I pay $60 for 2 lines, so $30 for each line. And so that's like the 50% off, because normally 2 lines on Google Fi is $120. Now, of course, when you sign up with the unlimited, you get subscription to Google One, 100 gigabyte cloud. You get that. If you upgrade to 200, then it's 99 cents that you'd be paying instead of $1.99. That's totally fine. Google Fi works in many different places, works in many different countries. I don't have to give the rundown of Google Fi service and how it works. Yes, I know it's a bit pricey. That'll be okay though. By the time that it goes back up to its normal monthly price, I'll be in a much better situation. I just need to be able to talk to my mom. It's really hard when I have like Metro, and Metro wants to like add on different services. Like I talked with them about it. They wanted to add on like multiple things in order to allow me to call my mom in Thailand, and even that was at a limited point. Like I want to be able to talk to my mom every day. Like I said, and most of you guys who follow me know this, and I told you guys this last year about part of my depression. My mom suffered a stroke, nearly died, and she lives in Thailand. It's an entirely different country for those who don't know, and it's really hard for me to just be able to call and check up on her and see if she's okay and everything like that. So through Fi, I'm able to do that. Let's see this here. I have never tried Fi. Have you seen the difference in service with T-Mobile Sprint merger? I mean, there's going to be differences only because of the build out for 5G and what T-Mobile is trying to accomplish. With the acquisition of Sprint, gave them access to Band 41 on the LTE side, and now that they're working on 5G, so a lot of my friends are speed testing N41, N71, N260. So I can say this, that at least here in this city, T-Mobile is getting better. With the Metro line, I've seen on its low band, mid band 5G, its speeds literally go over 400 plus on the download and about 60 to 80 on the upload. So, of course, Google Fi being lower on the QCI level, it's like over 200 on the down here and about 50 to 60 on the up. I assume your mom has a landline. When I call Mexico, most use landlines since cell plans are the same. Actually, no, she has a mobile phone. Thailand's a little bit weird because my mom had told me this on how their phone service works. So she has a mobile phone through a carrier out there, and the way that it works is that when you buy prepaid, it's a SIM card. So you get like this little package, and it has a SIM card inside of it, and you put the SIM card in your phone, and you keep the same number. The number never changes, but the SIM card basically is active with an active amount of data on LTE and cellular service. So like if she buys the SIM card, that gives her 30 days of service. Then she has 30 days of service. Once her service ends, she has to go back to the store and buy another SIM card. And through the carrier itself, her profile, her number is already set. So every time she buys another SIM card, if she pops it into her phone, it doesn't change her number. It's not a brand new account. It just gives service. And so that's how I call her, is on her mobile phone. Because the stroke that my mom suffered, it's hard for her to walk. My cousin was actually taking care of my mom. My cousin stayed with my mom in her apartment. He would help her get to the store. He would help her buy food. But because of the pandemic, Thailand's pretty much on lock. Most of the villages and cities and stuff like that don't allow people traveling to travel outside to another city. They try to keep them locked into their own city. So my cousin wasn't able to go back to my mom. So my mom's by herself. And it's really tough trying to figure things out. I really wish that, I had all the means to be able to just get her out of the country and fly her back over here, at least to my sister, so my sister could she can live with my sister. I really wouldn't want her to come to the mainland US just because of all the things that's going on here. But to go to my sister, so at least she's around people, The toughest thing is, to read about that is, usually when someone suffers a major stroke, they're not far off from getting another one that actually will be fatal. So I'm scared to hell to lose my mom. I'm scared to hell of all these things. And it's like all the stuff that's going on right now is just the worst time for this thing to be happening. So I need to be able to just call her every day and just talk to her, just have a conversation with her, just so she doesn't feel alone. That's like the best I can do at this point right now. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have it in me to. No, because one of my friends was just like, to get your mom back, start a GoFundMe. I'm not going to do that. I think too many people use GoFundMe to harvest money for their own personal stuff. And yeah, especially today where everyone's struggling, there's really, it's ridiculous to try and ask for help. It's gonna cost quite a bit, dude. I mean, since everything that's happened, in order to get her out of Thailand, she has back payments on a visa that has to be paid before the country lets her out, and it's accumulated quite a bit, bro. Just to be real with everyone, it's gonna cost like close to 10 grand to get her out of there, and then that's including like the air flight, and the air flight's not even that most part, but it's the visa payment, because she's not a citizen of Thailand. Yeah, she gave up her citizenship and became a U.S. citizen when she married my dad. You answered right when I hit send. LOL. Oh. Yeah, so I mean, I couldn't ask people to kind of raise that money. I wouldn't set up a GoFundMe to raise that money, and it's something that me and my sister have to figure that out. We have to figure that out, how we're gonna do this. But yeah, so I got Google Fi service just so I'd be able to talk to my mom. I'm letting go of the Metro line. So on the 26th, my Metro account will be canceled, and yeah, so of course, Metro phones are locked. Right? So it's not like T-Mobile phones. If you get a T-Mobile phone that's locked to T-Mobile, you're able to pop a Google Fi SIM card into it and it will work. But with a Metro phone, it's locked. You can't even put it on T-Mobile. So you pop any other SIM card in there and they'll tell you that, the phone is locked. So, but there is unlocked services out there that, eventually when I feel like it's necessary, I'll pay to get them to unlock the phone so I can put it on another carrier, or add in a Google Fi data only SIM into the OnePlus and just use data on it only. I mean, times is tough, so can't be holding a whole bunch of lines. I mean, the visible line, the only reason I have visible is just because when I did the review for Visible Wireless, I shared out the referral code that I got. And, at the time, Visible was on the come up. People were discovering more about Visible, and I ended up accumulating $400 in credit from the referrals. And then now that they have Party Pay, that already gives a percentage off. So I'm supposed to be paying $25 for it, but then I also have all that accumulated credit that they're not just going to take it away from me. So for the last 2 years, I have not paid a Visible bill. $15 off for the Party Pay members discount, and then the credit that I have. Right now, I have $260 in credit left on Visible. So that will probably last another year. Of course, and also you have the new referral program on Visible right now, that if you, for every referral that you get, it makes your bill $5 a month, no matter what. So, I mean, there's that too. I think once I run out of the credit and everything like that, I'm going to drop Visible. I'm going to drop Visible just because there's not really a reason for me to have all these different service providers. Each one's building out, their 5G to where it'll become the normal like LTE is right now. So that'll be in the next couple of years. You also have Dish that's building out their 5G network, which, is interesting to see where it's going to go. Just like my friends, I've been following Charlie Ergen just to kind of see where this is all going to pan out to. And then you also got Mobile X from Peter Adderton. We'll see where that goes. I think it was Stetson Doggett that interviewed him or had him on his podcast to talk to him about Mobile X and all this other stuff. If you guys don't know who Peter Adderton is, he's actually the founder of Boost Mobile before he sold Boost Mobile to Sprint. He's also head up of Boost Australia. So, yeah. I just don't see a reason to have multiple lines. It's wasting money. It's wasting money doing that. I know, I did it for YouTube purposes. I did it, to compare networks with people. But there's a lot of good content creators who do a lot of speed testing. Lawrence, a friend of mine who has a channel here on YouTube, does speed testing. He tests out, the different plans that Verizon has, the different plans that T-Mobile has. And he's always constantly putting up speed tests so people can kind of get an idea of what speeds would be like if you were in his neck of the woods. And of course on Twitter there's a lot of people that's part of the tech community that are not YouTubers that are they're helping out a lot by doing speed tests in their city and submitting their results on Twitter. For a lot of us YouTubers who are in this community pretty much can get an idea of how things are. And you also got Sneed Mobile Tech, who's doing speed tests over there in Cleveland, and pretty much showing people what they can expect from various different carriers, because he has various different carrier accounts. So lately he's been chasing down CBRS. He's been talking highly about C-band, and just going forward, just being very informative and sharing a lot of information about the technology. So I'd say subscribe to them. Check out their podcast. He said, I have the $40 unlimited plan on Metro. You only get it with ports. I can't add lines, which is okay. No on Amazon or Google One. Service just isn't great where I live. Yeah. I know Peter. He follows me. We have chatted a few times. Yeah. Peter's a good guy. I like him. Currently right now, he's sticking it to a lot of other MVNOs and main carriers. So yeah, he's setting Mobile X on a high bar. And those are some of the things that I'm looking forward to. So killing off a lot of these accounts and lines that I have that I've already pretty much talked about, done reviews about, explaining different things about. It frees up that if I ever wanted to try Mobile X, like when Mobile X goes live and I want to try it, I'll have the ability to try it. When Dish goes active, and I'll be able to create an account with them and try them. And when I mean Dish going live, I mean because like right now Dish has a partnership deal to use T-Mobile's network. But once Dish has their 5G network built out, then Boost, which is under the Dish banner, all of them will just be reliant on Dish's own network. And therefore, Dish will be the fourth carrier and will have nothing to do with T-Mobile. And so if I want to try them, I'll be able to, try them out and not break my wallet. Because everything that I do comes out of pocket, right? I have no sponsorships. Like I said before, my AdSense revenues that I make on these live streams and videos, that goes to my kids so they can have things. So yeah, if I try out a phone service, I'm paying out of pocket for it. Like, I'm not sponsored. I don't get anything like that. So it's all out of pocket. So I got to do with the best that I can. This is the reason why I stopped unboxing phones. I said this so many times before. I stopped unboxing phones because I don't have the money to keep doing that. Like I waste money doing that. Because the phone gets unboxed, I use it for a while, and then it sits, it does nothing. People are like, go sell it, but I don't want to sell it. When I buy something, I tend to keep it because I could have use for it later. I don't want to be like, okay, I bought it, I unboxed it, I used it for 2 months, I'm selling it, and then like 6 months later, I'm like, dang, I wish I had that phone because I can use it right now. Like I hold on to it. So I stopped buying phones to just stop wasting money. I'm pretty outspoken on Twitter, as you've seen. So I'd be a bad hire PR-wise. I mean, if you're working for them, you know what I mean? But if you're not working for them, then speaking the truth is speaking the truth. I advocate for truth. I can care less. Like, if someone wants to tell me that Google Fi sucks, I'm not that type of guy that's going to get mad and butthurt and go after you on social and tell you how you're wrong and this and that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people are entitled to their own opinions, and nobody should silence them on what they think. If they think Metro sucks, they think Metro sucks. I mean, like, how many years did I deal with people going on my YouTube videos telling me that Boost Mobile sucks and expecting me to chant back or have some sort of argument? Like, that's just not my thing. I'm not on here to argue with people. And I can care less if people like what I like. I'm not here to make you guys like what I like. I'm here to just tell you guys what I like and why I like it. And if it resonates with you, it does. If you're like, nah, it sucks here, then keep it moving and go away. That's the thing. So I don't think I wouldn't consider what you say to be to say that it's a bad hire for PR wise. No, you're just sharing your thoughts, your opinions on it. People can choose to listen to your opinions, or people could choose not to. That's up to the individual who reads it. Up to the individual who reads it. So, my gosh, today people have this loyalty thing, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Again, shout out to my brother, my longtime best friend that I've known. We're like brothers. His birthday was yesterday. He turned 40. I was making fun of him, and like he was like, I bought him some cupcakes, and I bought a candle. Well, I didn't buy it. My lady did. She bought it at her job, and like a number 4 candle and a number 0 candle. And we went to his job. His where he works at, it was closed up for the day. He was just breaking down things and getting ready to go home. We came over to bring him a cake and sing happy birthday to him. And it was funny because he messaged me later on last night, and he was like, I'm glad you guys decided to go with the 4 and the 0 candle and not be jackasses and buy like a whole bunch of candles. And I was telling him, like, I was actually considering doing that, like buying 40 of those little small colored wick candles and stabbing all those cupcakes with as many candles as I can to equal 40. And I was gonna do that, but yeah. So as I'm getting older, because I'm gonna be 39 this August, so I'm only 1 year away from being 40. He reminded me about that. He's like, you get your over the hill pass next year. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I guess the older you get, the wiser you get, right? I mean, we've heard that throughout life. We heard that in movies. We read that in books. We're always told the older you get, the wiser you get. There's also the saying, with gray hair comes wisdom. And so when I was in my younger 30s, it was all about trying to get as much money as possible so I can buy these phones. I can buy, these subscribe to a specific service to try it out, to give a review on it. And while it does make for good content, because obviously people are going to listen more to someone who's actively using the service or actively using the phone rather than somebody who's just giving it an opinion on something they don't have in hand, is the reason why I switched up everything on my channel to be this way, where it's more of just like, news reporting, but like in a more relaxed kind of chill atmosphere, and not so much, trying to, hi, good evening. Today on today's news here on the Nerdiest Podcast, we're going to be talking about Google Photos. Like, now, I'd just rather just talk, and anyone that wants to listen can listen. If they don't find it entertaining, they don't have to listen. But yeah, I just don't see a reason to spend that kind of money anymore. The years of wisdom poured into me. And it's worked out great. You know what I mean? It's worked out great. So, yep. Anyways, we're going to open this sucker up for open dialogue. Anything you guys want to chat about, you guys can. Like I said, I am actively on Telegram right now. I will tweet out links to the Telegram chat or outside YouTube, outside of YouTube to chat with me. For those who are members of the channel, who actually are members of this channel, who subscribe to being a member, there is an actual thread on Telegram just for you guys, privately for you guys only. And I will put those links out I'll put the link to the open one on Twitter. Again, on YouTube, check your active feed, because I sent out a post with the link that only members can see on YouTube. And it's just a chat. I mean, it doesn't always have to be about tech. I mean, if you have questions about a certain phone or need advice about something like that, I'd offer my advice. But also, if you just want to conversate outside of it, show me speed tests that you took in your area, whatever. It's there for that. And obviously, this Wednesday, both Ray and I will be on here to talk about it and how I feel like it is a replacement. To me, it's a replacement to Hangouts. So, yeah, we got about 12 minutes left. Oh, it's Mondays. It's Mondays. Oh, should I miss this? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to have Telegram. I'm getting used to it. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. Usually I just wing it. So, like, for those who don't know how these topics come up, is I get up in the morning to help get my daughters ready for school, and I read the news. I find something interesting, and I talk about it. If it's something that's superly important, I talk about it. That's how I come up with these subjects. I really should get into the habit of like planning this stuff out. I don't know how that would go if I was to like gather information and plan it out and then do the podcast. I have no idea. Still kind of tired. The weekend to the weekdays, it's just tough. It's really tough. Let's see. Google Docs and Sheets are experiencing partial outages. The missus is messaging me. Google is shutting down its iOS and Android shopping apps. Yeah, we already talked about that. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. This. Blah. Clubhouse. I don't know how many people use Clubhouse. But this was reported by The Verge on the 11th. A Clubhouse CEO says user data was not leaked, contrary to what reports say. Because there was a lot of massive reports that were saying that Clubhouse users' information was leaked, Clubhouse was hacked. or something like that. So a lot of people were jumping off of Clubhouse. And if you don't know what Clubhouse is, it's just an audio group chat social platform. So pretty much what like Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse is the reason why Twitter Spaces came out. Twitter Spaces is still in beta right now, but Twitter basically taking a page out of Clubhouse's book, adding it to Twitter, and Facebook developing their own clone of Clubhouse called Hotline. So, there's people who's concerned for privacy, and when they heard that Clubhouse users' information was leaked, a lot of people started to jump off of it, deleting the app from their iPhones and things like that. So anyways, the article by The Verge, you can go to theverge.com and read it for yourself. And the CEO says that their users' information was not leaked. And yeah, you could read the whole thing there, find out more about it. For reading material, in case you have to go to the pot, take the Browns to the Super Bowl. You got something to read. I know that's pretty bad. But anyways, I will call it right now at this point. We'll call it what it is. I may hop on to do a live, but more of like gaming on Stadia. I don't know what game I'm going to play. If I'm going to play Dead by Daylight, if I'm going to play some more SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. I don't know what I'm going to play on Stadia, but you can expect that later on this afternoon. Oh yeah, before I go, I may go live on Twitter. So I shared on Haps TV / Twitter, because Haps TV simulcasts to various different sources. I got a new vehicle, but the vehicle wasn't ready yet, and it's supposed to be ready today. So I'm just waiting for the dealership to call, and then I'd have to bring my car in, because it's a trade-in, to get a newer Dodge Journey, which has more space for me and my kiddos and everything like that. So kind of excited for that today, just waiting for them, just waiting. And I hate that when you're going to get something new and you're like so anxious to get it and time starts to go slow. Nonetheless, I'm waiting for that phone call to say that it's ready. So I will go live, share the experience with you guys. I'm super stoked for it. So that'll happen later on too, per se. But anyways, guys, I do want to thank everyone who comes in here and watches the live streams. Big help when you guys share this out. So if you guys could, then I would really appreciate it. I have to update this real quick. Ooh. As there are 2 new members of the channel, so yeah. Still waiting to be invited. LOL. Facebook is trying to copy them now. I guess they tried to buy them and they said no. Still waiting for the invite on what? On Twitter Spaces or Clubhouse? Hit me up on Twitter DM, because if I can get back into my Clubhouse, because I have Clubhouse, I just don't have it on the iPhone 7. I gave my lady the iPhone 10s to use, so I'm back using the iPhone 7, and I like the iPhone 7. I don't care if it's an outdated design or an old phone. It works great for me. But anyways, if I get back into my Clubhouse, hit me up on Twitter with a DM, and if I get in there, I got an invite, and I can give you an invite so you can your profile on Clubhouse can be activated to start using Clubhouse instead of waiting for Clubhouse to activate your profile. I'm saying, what's up, man? I'm about to hop on, about to end this live stream, bro. So if you want, you can catch the replay. Hashtag GER Mondays, though, since you're here. So, but anyways, yeah. So again, thank you everyone for coming in and hanging out with me on this beautiful Monday morning. Hashtag GER Mondays if you're here live. Hashtag GER Mondays replay if you're here on the replay. I appreciate everyone that shows support for the channel. And thank you guys very much for doing that. Those that leave prayers for my mom, thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. And big shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for taking a chance with this guy here, becoming a member of the channel. And shout out to the 2 newest members, Big John Tech Reviews and John M, for becoming members yourselves. Appreciate you guys for that. Fridays are members only live streams, so just remember, keep that in mind. And yeah, that is it for right now, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys tomorrow. And as always, peace.